Look at this, see? Is that enough for you? Da, 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 da. Brought to you in part by St. Croix Rods, best rods on earth. Strike King Lure Company, #1 in fishing lures. Ardent, pure performance, all-American. This week on Extreme Angler TV.
What I have here today to show y'all is the Crappie Thunder, and this is the Pumpkin Seed 2.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Extreme Angler. This week, it's old school time. Going back, bust and move. I'm gonna fish fairly fast, but slow it down when I get to the spots that I feel that should hold bigger fish. Get in, pitch, 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 go, go, go. Make all the high pitches to the high potential areas, then slow down when you find the spots that look like they really should hold a fish. A shade, you know, a ladder on a dock, the edge of a boat, some weeds, a log, different things that those bigger fish will key in on. And then when I'm satisfied, turn the trolling motor up, next dock, next rock pile, next tree. I don't play around with just throwing the jig out, keeping it wet kind of thing like that. That's a whole different presentation. I'm looking for big fish that are in those big spots that most guys pass up. It's those good hiding spots, little caverns, beside a rock, the backside of a dock, under a crib, different things. But I'm gonna use baits like the good old jig with the rattle. I want them to hear it. I want them to see it. And if they're in any mood to eat, they will eat it. And then I'll just keep going. Now as for color selection, here's my choice. A lot of crayfish, middle of summer, they're eating crayfish big time. So I want something to look like the crayfish, a little bit of brown and orange, etc. So there's different choices. Black and blue is standard. The brown I like in wood, green for natural tones and real clear water. This is really good and clear too, the purple and brown. But my choice for the day is a little bit of copper, gray, black, dark, you know, watermelon head, and that short shank hook. You know, I can tuck up that little junior chunk up inside there, real solid hook, but don't get overwhelmed. You know, there's tons of colors of the rainbow. Look like a Christmas tree out there when you go out in your favorite tackle store. But stick with the basic stuff, the stuff that you have in murky water, stuff in clear water, stuff in wood. As for trailers, you just match them up. These are my junior chunks. You can see how you can put different colors, the orange, the blue, the greens, and they just match up with the jigs that I have. I marry them up back and forth and just keep it simple and you'll catch fish. Look at this, see? See to get to a dock. Look at that. Look at a largemouth. Nice fat one eating the jig, huh? Come here, you. There we go. See? Specific little spots, man, I tell you. When the sun comes out, it gets cloudy, it doesn't matter. You go in those little spots. For a picture, sure he is, hey? They say it's gonna get rainy and hot and stuff like that, but in the summer times, when you can go out, you get specific locations. I call it busting and moving. Locations where the high potential, where the fish are gonna be, come right out and stuff. Not gonna work lily pad beds, long cane beds, throwing crankbaits and spinner baits and all that kind of stuff, covering lots of water. This is about getting right to the spots where you think the fish are. Boom, boom, boom. Yes or no, trolling motor up, next spot, catch the fish. Let's keep going. Hope the sun comes out, we catch some nice big fish, and have a great day on a bust and move. Where are you, fish? In that crib dock, huh? High potential. You don't get anything, you move around to one side, the other side. When you're happy that you worked the area, either caught a fish, saw one, come back, maybe catch that fish. But if not, pick up the trolling motor, next spot. Yeah. That's a decent one. That's a decent one. It's a good little chunk. Look where he's got that jig. You see what I mean? Got to hit those hot spots. Busting and moving. Working the grass between the docks. Just because it is between the docks. But I'm going to take some pictures of some fish. And hopefully I keep doing these kind of docks. Paddle boats, boat houses, high potential stuff. I'll probably get one about, well, hopefully a lot bigger than this. Let's put him in there for a second. He's just a nice fish. Go on in there. But I'm going to work all the spots that I think should hold a big fish. I'm not looking for schools, I'm not looking for numbers, no offshore cranking, all topwater stuff. I'm looking for big largemouth in those little caves and caverns and stuff that they like to hide into. We got a little bit of cloud cover, there is sun, doesn't matter. Sometimes they go out, they eat, they come back. So I'm gonna look for the spots where they come back to after they've eaten and put the jigs, the rodents and stuff right on their plate so they don't have to move far. They can stay big, they can stay fat, and just put a little effort in, bloop, take my bait, and then the action starts. Let's keep going. Now let me show you something. I'm fishing these docks like that, just caught a fish off there. There's nothing here. So I can put the trolling motor up. I've got a few little grass patches between the docks. There's potential here to fish between it, but it's high potential stuff. You see the docks, there's a tree in the water, there's a dock with a boat, but there's some pads and stuff. There's different things the fish can hold on to. So it's a good little section. I'm not gonna waste time on all those big wide sections and stuff. Let's go to the high potential docks, trees, cribs, etc., where the big ones could be hiding. What do you think, little tree? You got a big fish on you, huh? You got one fish in there. Hey, I seen you come out of there. You ate that because you thought it was some crazy minnow or some rock crayfish come out. You're not big at all. You're just small. But it's where he is. That's his spot. Does he have a friend? Let's take a look. As we drift in slow, just saw the flash come out. Let's see. Just see the flash. You know he's just sitting underneath there waiting. Is there a bigger one in there? I'm going to slowly let the boat move like this here. I ain't going to touch it, but he was sitting right in that messy stuff there. He wasn't a giant, but you know what? If he was, I'd be a hero. But I'm putting it in those kind of spots where potentially a big one will be. And I'm pretty sure I keep doing this, I'm going to find where that big one is. Docks, rocks, you name it. But there is some water back there. I'm going to let this thing drift right in here, get some more scratches on my boat. Look at that. Wow. See that? Pretty fun, man. Sometimes when it comes to largemouth fishing, it's not so much about how big they are, but where you catch them. That's the fun. And for me, the heavier, nastier, the better. Now look at this dock. See this? There's a crib section there, about 10 feet long, then an open section, crib section, and you see how shallow it is. But see it tapering down here? This is the key spot, right about there. It's dark. It's in front of that crib. The fish, if they're somewhat aggressive, there's a good chance he's going to be over here. Another good spot would be at the back of this crib. You see the crib here? Right about there. If they're dormant, they sit right at the back there. They want something right on their doorstep, right on the dinner plate. And I'll still work the back as far as I can get, all the way back, like to there, the third crib. Dissect the hot spots on it, okay? And then move over here hit the very front where it's tapering in the water. Actually pitch it past the dock, let it pendulum right down. Lift it and drop it. You know if somebody's there. The clear water, murky water, you hear the rattles. Trust me, they'll eat it. It's even got weed in there. Look at that stuff. Hey, just a little bit of weed. Just pull it off like that, real slow. Just work all the high percentage spots. Dropping it in, shaking it. And trust me, if it's got a foot of water, it can hold a 5, 6, 7, 10-pound bass. Because you know what? If his back's wet, he could be in there. Never think it's too shallow, not when it comes to largemouth. Piggy spot. That's what this is. It's about 3 or 4 feet deep. That's just a chunky largemouth, see? Just a chunker. But he's in the kind of spots that you expect a big one to hide. See what I mean? Little dock like that. It's all rock. You think, it's nothing stuff. That's the bust and move spot right there. Little spot. He just had a little pounder there. Look at that, it's got some scars on him. I don't know if they have pike or muskie in here. But he's a tough little guy, aren't you? Just love to eat that jig, eh? Look how fat you are. You're gonna be big one day. You got good brood stock, hey? Go on. Man, looks nice, doesn't it? What I'll do is I'll hit all the high potential areas that I think a fish should be sitting. If he's there, is any aggressive mood, or all of a sudden you just surprise on him, boom, he'll grab that jig or soft plastic, whatever you're using. When you finish using it, pick up the trolling motor, go to the next spot. Don't waste time looking around thinking, well, that kind of looks good. I didn't fish that before. This bust and move is all about going to potential areas that you've caught them before, that you saw fish, miss fish. It's just milk runs. Going to potential areas, busting and moving, getting those big fish, going to the next spot, put it in, and hopefully catch that fish right away. Here we go, boys. Time to catch. That small mouth. There's a big largemouth. Oh yeah, look at that. See? Put it in the right spot. Whoa. Look at you, eh? Whoa, look at that thing. That's what I mean about putting the baits in the right spots. Busting and moving for the giants. Taking your time, and you will get them like this. By busting and moving, go to the high potential spots with the baits that attract big bites, like the jig. And you get them just like that. He's going to the live well for some pictures, and then he's going to get released like we always do. When you got to bust and move, you'll find them like this on your lakes too. Go in there, big boy. When you see me fishing, I'm fishing fast and slow. What does that mean? It's like power fishing. But what I'm doing is, when I hit the high potential spots, I dissect it, get on the trolling motor, go up again, move to the next spot. I don't worry about all the little messy stuff between. If the fish are biting slow, then I'll do that. When they're biting hard and looking for big fish, I want to cover water with big baits, catch them big. Whew. And now it's time for the Cottage Angler, presented by St. Croix Rods. Best rods on earth.
Hey, I'm Jackie Van Cleve, and I'm with Strike King National Pro Staff, and what I have here today to show y'all is 2 baits. This is the Crappie Thunder, and this is the Pumpkin Seed Tube by Strike King. These are 2 of my favorite colors to fish at Reelfoot Lake or your lakes down Mississippi. The kicking chicken color here is good in any water conditions. So is the pumpkin seed. So if you're in clear water, muddy water, they do good for me. I mean, it's an all-around color and all-around bait. You need to go to your local stores, check these baits out. They'll do good for you. Here's the way I fish these baits. This is a Strike King Crappie Thunder, and I got a 1/4 ounce jig head. It's kind of windy out here, and it's a little deep water here, so here's the way I'm gonna fish these docks. I'm just gonna pitch it into the dock, let it fall straight down. And you gotta watch when you're dropping it, because they'll hit it on a drop sometimes, so you gotta pay attention to your line. And then I'll let it sit dead still. Then I'll start walking it. Just twitching it, walking it. giving that bait some movement, letting it flash. This water's kind of clear. But presentation is everything, and these baits have got some movement, man. The back of that bait just flares out. It's like an umbrella light. It just flares and closes, flares and closes. I tell you, when you're fishing docks, you need to get the Strike King Thunder. Lightning shad. The slab hammers are good jigging baits by Strike King. They've got a variety of panfish baits, crappie baits. It's awesome. But remember, when you pitch it into the dock, another way is pour you some line out like this and just throw the jig head, drop it. Bring your pole back, let it fall right down the edge of that dock like that right there. Just let it fall down and watch your line because you'll get a bite on the fall. And then just walk it back. That will work at any dock, I guarantee it.
Here's what I mean. High potential spot. Don't mess around with all that maybe stuff between. Get on the trolling motor, turn it up, get to the next potential spot. Next dock. Swim raft, possibly. One pitch. Sometimes they're suspended smallmouth and stuff. It's just something in the water the fish can relate to. But you just can't go by it. You just can't. Then keep moving. Get your next potential hot spots. Don't waste a lot of time thinking maybes. There's a little bit of grass and that kind of stuff like that. Hit the high potential spots. When you're running and gunning, bust and move, and you'll catch way more and bigger fish. As for choice of jig, Hack Attack, Premier Elite, Premier Pro. A little bit smaller profile, but still a real solid hook. It won't move, it won't give. But I'm gonna show you what I do with that jig, okay? I'm fishing fairly open water, even with the logs and docks and that kind of stuff. I just slowly trim the weed guard just a bit, okay? Maybe 2 strands over. I flare it just a bit like that, but then I'll take those living rubber like that and just trim it. Trim it down, give it a short haircut, okay? At the very back, tilt the jig like that, get these ones a little shorter. When it's in the water, they flare out a little bit, okay? So I want the fish to hear it. And that Premier Pro has got that little rattle. Just enough, not too overbearing, they just hear it. And I match that up with the smaller KVD Junior Chunk, okay? This one's like in a Bama color, Bama orange, Bama bug, whatever they call it. And I'll show you how I rig it up there, okay? I take the high part, so I want the back part, which is flat, the rest up against inside the jig between the rattle and the shaft of the hook, okay? So I'll just take it like this, put it through, about 1/2 inch, come out, turn it, slide it up all the way, push it right up inside like that. And then when I turn it like that, look at that profile. Just a small little thing. It's got the beefy hook, a nice profile, a big meal for a fish, but not overbearing. I put this in all those spots and catch them. Consider that next time you use the jig. Look, what do you say? Hey, come here. Hey, hiding by the jet skis. Whoa, that's what happens when you don't let them fight. Put it by the side, jet ski, the boat, line just moves, eh? Boy, oh boy. Come on, little largemouth. I'll put you back. See, you're in your water. You're all fine? He's all fine and dandy. But it just goes to show you, man, your focus is on the dock, the big boat. Anything that's in the water, on top of the water, that creates either shade or some kind of element of structure, bass hold to it. It's not always the posts, the slop pile, the weed, etc. They go where they want to go. Sometimes they're suspended underneath that stuff. Something comes there, and you throw that bait, like the jig, you get the reaction bite. I'm not saying don't throw stick worms and craws and things like that there, but I mean, this bait goes in, they only have 2 choices. And the choice I like is, they gotta react, eat it. It's something that looks like it's real, they eat it, you catch them. Let's keep going. Oh, that's sharp. Let me show you something here. I got my pocket here. I always keep that little St. Croix file. Always, always. Push the weed guard down. Just a couple shots, real light. Want to barely take off any abrasions. Just make sure that thing is just laser sharp, man. Test it with your point. Oh, scary. Because you won't sometimes when you're fishing like that and all of a sudden you see a fish and you're easily on your bait. You can just lean back. You don't want to drop the rod, you might spit it out. This way you can just lean back, you got a real sharp hook, it'll cut and find its mark. Keep it sharp, you catch more fish. Now look at that. See where the bronze backs go? The lake's got largemouth and smallmouth. You hit those swim platforms, you get those too. Brownies with the greenies, and that's a bass. Little smallmouth eating the same jig that those largemouth eat. Not a big fish, but boy, they sure are fun. When I'm putting those specific spots, the hot spots, I usually the F700 for the real heavy cover. When it comes to open water and areas that I have to be accurate with, beside people's boats, the docks and trees and all that kind of thing where I know I don't want to be banging against their stuff, the Ardent, Edge Elite, can't go wrong. Real smooth, 12 ball bearings, it's the way to go. I match that up with the 7.4 Tournament Legend Bass, heavy power, 25, 30 pound fluorocarbon with my jig. It's a winning combination. Big log in the water, isolated spot. Oh, it is. Here we go. Good one on the crib, look at that. See, make a long pitch. Look at that, eh? Oh yeah. See? Oh, there you go. See? See about making long pitches? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Even the clear water. I saw a crib. I've worked about 4 or 5 cribs. Got one all by itself right here. You can see it right down the water here. Long pitch, tick. That's a result from busting and moving. Hit the real good stuff. Take a real quick look. Anything close. I knew there was one more crib off to about 20 feet aside. That's the result. Some days, fish don't want finesse. Seriously, I can only throw those stick worms and stuff enough, and that just drives me nuts. I pick up a bait caster, big jig, craw, or rodent. That's when I know I'm fishing for big fish. You will too. Whew. There it is. Another successful day with Extreme Angler TV. Busting and moving, catching largemouth and a few little bonus smallmouth. Got some real nice fish by making those longer pitches, some beside the docks, some to little beaver dams and trees and that kind of stuff. Just an assortment of stuff that I've caught fish on before, busting and moving, wanted to catch fish, have fun, not discover a new area, explore, etc. Some days you want to go out, you just want to catch fish. Those are the days you got to bust and move. Put on the big jig, craw, rodent, game hog, something you have confidence in, the high hooking percentages, and you'll catch them too. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Extreme Angler TV. If you want more Extreme Angler, go to our website, extremeanglertv.com, and I'm sure you'll find us on all your popular social networks, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, because I know you're gonna like us.